What's up, everybody? Don't know how many people can tune in on a late notice. I just decided to go live. I was sitting here and I'm like, you know what? We're all waiting for the same information. Every single one of us is waiting for the same information. Might as well do like a little watch party of it and see what comes out. As of right now, it is 3:34. The deadline, I guess we can call it a deadline, is 4 p.m. So right now, I'm just whoever tunes in, and we're going to take some comments and let me know what you guys think. See if you guys have been following the news of the day and who's been cut and who's still on the team. I'm really surprised that they let Chosen go, but Chosen is gone, which means they're keeping Craycraft. And of course, by restructuring Cedric Wilson's contract, they freed up some cap space, but that leaves Chosen as an odd man out unless they're not done making moves. Not really sure. I don't know if you guys know Noah. He's gone. He's down with the Cowboys now. And in return, the Cowboys sent their cornerback, Kelvin Joseph. So a lot of things happening. So what I'm going to do here is obviously talk to you guys, but I've got both Barry Jackson's feed open as well as Adam Schefter's. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put Adam Schefter's feed up right now so you guys can see it. And what I keep doing is refreshing to see if anything is posted. I figured he'd have the information basically before anybody else, even Barry Jackson. But as of right now, his latest tweet is that the Ravens are releasing veteran running back Melvin Gordon. So nothing yet. 3:35. You're going to know. As soon as they know, as soon as we all know, we're going to find out what the heck is happening with Jonathan Taylor. So with that, as we're sitting here waiting and talking about it, let's go ahead and take some comments. What I guess this is a question of the day. Let me see if that pops up. Ooh, it does. What happens with Wilkins? Maybe they're freeing up cap space for him, and it's a big, shell game, and they're not even going after Taylor. I don't know, but I don't see how you give Taylor 12 or 15 million or 12 million, but you don't pay Wilkins unless Wilkins is part of the trade. Now, there were some things interesting. They were talking about, let me go to that real quick so I can show you guys what Barry Jackson said. Today, Tuesday, was practice. The team indeed had practice. So here's what Barry Jackson had posted in regards to players showing up for practice, and he's got a running blog on the Miami Herald. They make you pay to see this, but I have ways of getting in there. But he went in. What was really interesting is that he was talking about these players as he's gone on throughout the day, and he talked about who was not at practice. And as he was going through him, we got down to 1:30 when he talked about practice. He was talking about all the guys who didn't show up at practice, and here's where he started talking about these guys who weren't showing up or weren't at practice, which means they might be traded. He did not mention anywhere in here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, okay. So Dan Feeney, as you know, he's off to the Bears. Ulave, he's gone. Eichenberg's still around. Connor Williams still around. Rob Jones coming off the injury, and he's talked earlier about who might have not been there. They were all there. So if Christian Wilkins was at practice and they were cutting all these other people, then I don't know. I don't think he might be part of the trade. They would have told him, hey, listen, go ahead and take the day off because we're going to get rid of you. But he does not mention anywhere in this article that Christian Wilkins was not at practice. So here we are at 3:30, 3:38. No update here. Let me refresh this and see if anything's happened. He hasn't posted anything since 2:55. Nope, nothing since 2:55. Let's go back to Adam Schefter. As you guys can see, refreshing. And Adam Schefter, nothing yet in the last 5 minutes. So what's really interesting with this is the rosters, the only deadline there is, the only real deadline is the rosters have to be at 53 by 4 p.m. That's the only deadline. That and if Irsay tries to do something stupid on his end in terms of managing the Colts, but there's only deadline is to get to 53. So What are the options? They say that one, he could resign Jonathan Taylor. B, he could put him on the PUP list, which would take him off of, put him on IR for next four. I mean, he'll miss 4 games, or he can make a trade. The Dolphins doing their due diligence. All they can do is just whittle, get rid of guys, bring it down to 53, and then make a trade if something pops up. I cannot believe that it's going down to the wire like this. It's pretty much amazing to me that something of this magnitude would be going this far down to the wire. Does it bode? I'm not even going to wager a guess. I don't know which way it's going to go. Nobody does. But we're talking about now a little over 20 minutes, a little under 20 minutes. American Hero says, when it pops up, did it not? Yeah, Jeff Wilson be part of the trade. If there's a trade, it's possible Jeff Wilson, possible Raheem Mostert. Who knows how much they're going to want. Good question here. Why are we going after JT if the offensive line can't even block for Tua and the current running backs? Well, remember, they got 4.9 yards per carry last year. Did really well in the run this year in preseason. So maybe they think they got the offensive line they need, or they'll pick up somebody else who's getting waived. Brett Dodger, you're absolutely right. Keeping Wilkins is a must. I got to believe that's true. Absolutely got to believe that's true. Tom, you're absolutely right. I'm happy that Iggy will find another opportunity. Didn't work out here for whatever reason. Maybe Dallas's scheme is different and he'll do better, but who knows? Offensive line can't block. I think you meant to say can't block. Jeez. Yeah. So let me refresh Adam again. See what pops up. And nothing yet. 3:40 right now. No new news. Are the Hannibal Rector, good comment here. Are there any offensive line personnel that have been available for an upgrade? See, I could answer the first part of your question. Are there any offensive line available? Yeah, a lot of guys got cut. Is it an upgrade? Don't know. Don't know if any of the guys that got cut, meaning they weren't good enough for the team that they were on, would be an upgrade for what Miami already has. Do we even have the money to pay for Taylor? Well, with all the restructuring they did, they do have available cap space now. I've read as high as 15 or 17 million. But then what does that mean for Christian Wilkins? Are you just going to sit on Christian Wilkins and tell him to get over it until next year? I don't know if they have enough money to do both. That's the question I'm wondering. Do they have enough to do? But yeah, to do both. Eric Rivera, I saw this as well. A lot of tight ends out there. Now, understand that they cut Elijah Higgins, so he's gone. They're going to bring him back, they say, possibly for the practice squad, but he is gone. So, yes, Laura Chosen is gone as well. If he clears waivers, they may bring him back, but he did so well. I think somebody will pick him up. Mike Jeff says, you wanted Hill. I want old receivers. Okay, not sure what that means. Okay, Santos says here, let me see, where's my mouse? I got to find it. Schefter posted on X that the trade was set. JT for a second, fourth, and Wilson. Saw that in an article hours ago. I believe somebody's pulling your leg. If that was out there, here's let's see if we can see that. This is Adam Schefter's Twitter profile. And another trade. We do have a trade, but it's not the Dolphins. Broncos traded tight end Albert Ogowagamanin and a 2025 7th round pick to the Eagles for a 2025 6th round pick. So small trade there between the Eagles and the Broncos. I have seen nothing on Adam Schefter's page. And this is his actual official page. So what you said earlier about the deal being done, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it reported anyplace. We can go ahead and refresh Barry Jackson, see if he's got anything. His last update was 255. So a lot of people seem to be in the same place that we are, which is really interesting because right now You have as much information as any sports writer out there. If you're following this, because I gotta believe that I know Mike McDaniel was supposed to do a presser at 3:30. Not sure if that went off or not. I'm looking on the Dolphins page. I don't see a new press conference being posted, so I'm not really sure where that came from. I saw that on online. There's a lot of stuff going around, but no, there's nothing there as well. So as much as these guys are on television and they're on network TV and they're reporters with credentials, it seems right now that this thing is so under wraps that nobody knows what's going to happen. Haven't heard anybody definitively say it's going to be a second, a fourth, or whatever. But if it pops up, we'll know for sure. He updated his tweet on the tight end trade. He says that they plan to waive Albert Ogo-Wiggamabidum, but before they officially turned his name into the league office, they got interest from the Eagles, thus another trade with Albert O now off to Philadelphia. So Philadelphia waited to the very last minute and then jumped in and took a tight end that they were going to cut and go to waivers. They thought enough of this guy, Super Bowl team, the Philadelphia Eagles thought enough of this guy to jump in and say, don't go to waivers. We got to have you. We're going to jump in and we're going to take you. So as of right now, we're at 3:45, 15 minutes away from the deadline. And there's nothing posted yet on Adam Schefter's page. Gotta believe, again, he would be the guy who would know whether or not the thing got done. So let me take a couple more comments while we wait. Santos is a fake account. All right, thanks. Because I was wondering, like, who? I didn't see Schefter. I've been watching Schefter. I've been watching Schefter's profile like a leaderboard at the airport to see what's coming and who's going, and there was nothing about that. Derek, you might be right. This may be what it ends up. It may be that he's just gonna sit there and they're not even gonna trade him. I would not be surprised at that. So we're getting close enough to this thing here. Where I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go split screen and just keep refreshing. I'm gonna move the comment box over here so I can see it and still take comments, but I'll go split screen. Hold on, let me see it. Let me do this. Schefter. I know it's funny. I feel like a kid at Christmas watching this happen. Okay, there we go. I feel like a kid at Christmas watching this happen because they've teased us so much. About this. 4-year, 120,000, 120 million. Where are you getting that? Did that just cross the wire? Haven't seen it. 4-year, 120 million. Nope, I don't see it. Jeff, where'd you get that? Where did you hear that? You trade Hill for 4 years, 120 million. Okay. Frank Perella, you're wading into bad territory here. Buffalo Jets and then number 3 Dolphins. Yikes. These people will eat you up for that, brother. But anyway, you should be on with TD Finn Talk. I love TD, and he's always welcome, and I would love going on with him. He takes so much heat with me because people consider me a flamethrower, but I just like to ask questions. The video I had yesterday, I asked questions, and if you watch Tua Tuesday tonight, my Tua Tuesday show at 7 p.m., I got a response from a master jiu-jitsu trainer. Somebody's been doing it for 40 years, and he sent me a long thread as to what's really going on with Tua. So I'll share that with you. Those of you that tune in at 7 p.m. will hear that straight from an instructor's mouth. So we are now still not seeing something from him. How much of voice do you think McDaniel has in a trade like this? I think he'd be upset if Mostert Wilson got traded. I'm sure that he and Chris Greer, just like on draft day, sit around in a war room somewhere and start figuring out who they're going to keep, who they're going to cut, who they're going to sign. I would imagine he's lockstep with him, completely integrated. They know exactly what the other one was. What the other one was going to do. TD doesn't. I'm not going to say TD doesn't know a lot. People say I don't know a lot, but they get pissed off and they just say what they want. Trade Wilkins if he won't honor his contract. It's not about the fans anymore, just the money. It is about the money. Don't mistake that. I don't know if you guys, I'm going to date myself here by saying this movie. If you've never seen the movie North Dallas 40, yeah, go ahead. And this is a good time of year to watch that movie, because in that movie, Lyle Alzado and I forget the big guy, Bo Svensson, they're talking about every time I call it a game, you call it a business. Every time I call it a business, you call it a game. I've remembered that since the day I watched it. It's burned in my brain from talking to every coach and every GM that I ever had to talk to. You are indelibly shown this is a business. And it's not just pros. I'm going all the way back to college. It is most assuredly a business. Don't kid yourself. hmm There's nothing game about this anymore. Burt Reynolds, no, that was Longest Yard. North Dallas 40, different movie. Ace Boogie, I don't know. It looks like, man, I can't believe we're getting to the deadline here, and still nothing. Let me check on what's his name, Barry Jackson, see if he's updated anything. But I know everybody right now is just thinking, really, is this just gonna pass through the night? No, 2:55. So Barry Jackson has it updated in an hour. So he's not covering the country. I mean the entire league. He's only covering Miami. Refreshing Adam Schefter once again. Nope. So as of 3:50. This is a good question that should be answered. Can we not still trade for JT after 4 p.m. today? Yes, except this is the deadline for getting down to 53. So if they don't make a trade by 4 p.m., everything falls on the shoulders of Jim Irsay. It's basically on his shoulders right now as it is, because then he has to make a move. At 3:59, if he hasn't made a trade, he's got a decision to make. Does he keep a disgruntled running back on his active roster of 53? Or does he put him on the PUP list because he's hurt and then shelve him for a month? Then if he shelves him for a month, it's going to be very hard for another team to step in with a trade if he's on, injured reserve list and can't play for 4 games. The values, everything changes. So we're going to see something probably in the next 10 minutes that is going to be really wild. You're right, Derek. Irsay's kind of wacky. I mean, people have said that Stephen Ross is a weird owner and that Jerry Jones is a weird owner. Irsay is a weird owner. He doesn't care. I mean, he would just as soon spike the guy than do anything good for the team. He doesn't care. I mean, it must have just irked him to see what, Taylor's doing. Aaron Zubia says that Chris Greer is messing with our feelings again. I wouldn't say that because of this. Chris Greer has no pull. He's got no hand in this deal. The only hand he has is he can go to Irsay's group and say, hey guys, Chris Ballard, guys, we can give you this. Give us Jonathan Taylor. And they can just say no, pound sand. We ain't giving you shit. You can't make them trade him. So this isn't a Chris Greer move unless he wants to mortgage next year and get the first round pick. Maybe that's worth it. Let's see here. Wilkins said the trade demand was never consideration. He wants to be here. Yeah. Ross is not a cokehead like Irsay. Irsay is, he's got a rep for doing some crazy shit. Okay, so what do we got here? Refreshing again. Nothing. What's up, God Van Dam? How you doing, brother? Oh no, I could not even fathom seeing Jonathan Taylor on the Eagles with that offensive line. That would be scary. Absolutely scary. Travis Radcliffe says, Mike McDaniel doesn't have any more say than Flores did as far as who they bring in. I guarantee he doesn't draft players. He just coaches them. I'm pretty sure he's got input. He's like, hey, listen, in my offense, I need XYZ type of back. Can you go find me that one? And Greer would say, hey, we got Devon A-Chain, what do you think? Well, he's probably my third level, but I'm sure he's involved. You can't do this stuff. It's just, I love this. The difference between crazy and eccentric is about $1 billion. Yeah. But see, Stephen Ross isn't that crazy. I mean, the guy does a lot of real estate deals. Just refreshed again, as you guys can see, nothing. A lot of real estate deals. Those. Oh my God! If this is true, he just really just screwed this guy. So Alec Baker says CBS Sports reported Colts put him on the pup list, which is basically going to put him on a shelf for at least 4 games. Nothing from Adam yet. I don't want to report that until I can absolutely confirm it. 255. Last time Barry Jackson tweeted was 255. Adam Schefter still has not updated his profile. Nothing there yet. And I'm going to go with this source. I mean, CBS might be the source that you guys have. Maybe it's CBS Indy. Maybe they got the word first from Chris Ballard. I don't know. But as of right now, he's not. There's no notice on this guy. Get the popcorn ready. Absolutely. What's exciting? Hey, Joseph, how you doing, brother? What's exciting is if we do get JT, that likely means the Dolphins will really run the ball. Yes, that in essence becomes like the seventh offensive lineman, and helps Tua not have to go back and pass on every play. Then you got another problem. I'll bring that up. Okay, so that other problem is what happens if they become a running team with somebody like JT, and you got this big wide receiver out there who wants the damn ball, who wants to get 2,000 yards this year. There is no way, in my mind, Tyreek Hill is going to get 2,000 yards if they bring in Jonathan Taylor. There's only one ball on the field, and you've got Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, all the other guys. I don't see him getting that many touches as he got last year if there's a back like Jonathan Taylor in the house. So, have you seen so many people make fun of Brooks? I mean, I just love the guy. I absolutely love the guy. Hey, Mello, what's going on, man? Facts. Yeah. I mean, there's no way he's getting 2,000 yards. And then we're going to have to deal with his attitude, because if he's not getting the ball, you got to wonder how he's going to feel. To come out before the season and say, I'm going to get 2,000 yards without even knowing whether or not there was going to be Dalvin Cook or anybody else in the backfield. Nothing's happening. So we're at 3:56. We got 4 minutes yet, and so far nothing. Hey Frank, how are you? Dalton Kincaid is going to be a problem in a slot. He's a better Mike Gesicki or Urge. Yeah, that could be. He'll better level up and get his exactly, Billy. What's going on? He'll better level up and get his because we're going to know in like 3 or 4 minutes if this deadline was real. Doesn't mean it's permanent, but if somebody reported that he got put on the pup list, I know, David, this is so crazy. This suspense. It feels like, who's winning the Oscar? I feel like it's draft night. Who's going to be the pick? I remember when we did draft night live, and I'm like, oh, I got so disappointed on some of those trades. But I'm refreshing it every couple minutes. Let's see if anything new. Nope. So if Adam Schefter doesn't know, I don't see how CBS Sports would know unless they leaked it to them first. This is crazy. Salem County. Yes, I didn't even think about that. In addition to his running ability, now you're going to be throwing the ball, provided you get Jonathan Taylor, which is going to take even less reps from, take even more reps from Tyreek Hill. So it doesn't look good. I can't imagine that they're waiting down to the last 2 minutes. I got 3:58 on the computer. I got 3:58-ish on my watch. This is something. Where's your quote? Somebody had put up a comment and said, first Dalvin Cook, and now, Jonathan Taylor. We're done playing these games. Just go with the roster. Pedro Alvarez says it again. Guys, if you see it somewhere else, maybe Adam's trying to confirm it as well. If they put him on the pup, they really screwed that guy over. I mean, that would be awful. Let's see what here. Final countdown. I was gonna use that song too because but I get copyrighted. Being a lineman, why don't we sign the top 5 offensive line from the CFL every year? Man, there's some good players up there, and they know how to pass block because that's all they do basically in the CFL. So I'm not sure why a lot of those guys don't get looked at. Maybe they just want to stay in Canada. All right, here we go. It is official. All right, it is official, guys. It has been posted. I hope you can see it. No deal. Indianapolis did not find what it felt was a fair value offer for Jonathan Taylor and is not trading its all-pro running back today. With no trade materializing today, Taylor is now expected to remain on the PUP, making him ineligible to play the first 4 games of the season. Taylor now is expected to miss games versus Jaguars, Houston, Baltimore, and the Rams. They absolutely turned the screws on this guy and just stuck him. That's unbelievable. I mean, that's Ursay for you, but there you go. You guys can read it yourselves right there. No deal. Indianapolis did not find what it felt was a fair value offer for Jonathan Taylor, and it's not trading its all-pro running back today. Notice that part there, today. But the problem is with it being 4 o'clock on the deadline day and now them putting him on the PUP, they can't trade him. I mean, you could trade him, but nobody's going to give you the money because he can't play for 4 weeks. It's over. It's absolutely over. So, in that regard, I'll leave it up for those of you who are coming in late and may want to see this, but there is no Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor will not be playing with the Miami Dolphins at least at the beginning of the year. Who knows what happens later? That's a bummer. So the Miami Dolphins fan base has been run through the ringer once again. Dalvin Cook, and Jonathan Taylor. And there's probably 1 or 2 guys right now who are sitting back laughing their asses off. You guys know who those 1 or 2 guys are? I bet you Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson are someplace in a room, maybe one of the others' houses going, oh, you wanted to trade me for, get rid of me for Dalvin Cook. How'd that work out? Oh, you tried to get rid of me for Jonathan Taylor. How'd that work out? Now you got me. And so, I don't know, man. This is really weird. Let me see what some of you guys are saying, but that's just really, really weird that this happens. But what are we going to do? All right. So waste of talent and fans' money. Yeah. I'm agreeing with you on that one. It's a waste of talent and fans' money. 7-10. You really think the Dolphins without Jonathan Taylor are looking at 7-10? Chris Wheeler, good question. Does he still get paid? Absolutely. Unless they try to say it was a non-football injury. If it's a non-football injury, nope. He won't get no money. Won't get any money. Gannon says, you got to stop. You know, you are kind of right here. You got to stop believing what these Dolphins reporters say. They like 15% on these reliable sources. I wasn't going to say that. I'll let you guys now go back and look at some of these guys' tweets and what some people were saying. And at some point, you have to realize that maybe in some people's best interest they say things, but you can go look at mine and I didn't say anything. I didn't know. There's no way I would know, and it seems like until 3:59 p.m. Adam Schefter didn't even know. So who the hell are these guys on Twitter and YouTube saying, oh, he's coming. No, nobody knew. But yeah, exactly. This is Joseph, probably the most appropriate comment at this point. It's over. Go pay Christian Wilkins. Go give him his money. Do what you got to do. Typical media buildup. You know, it's funny. I catch a lot of crap because I try to be as straight as possible. Never got into the hype. Never, I never got into the hype about Dalvin Cook. I didn't want him because of the type of guy he was. JT was hurt, so I'm shocked Greer didn't snatch him up for his his mash unit. Uh, Philly McD says, "Y'all fired. Y'all fired." Yeah, you just got to watch who you listen to. That's all I'm saying. Putting sources say doesn't mean sources. Who's your source? Unless you're talking directly to Chris Greer, or you're talking to Mike McDaniel, or you're talking to Chris Ballard. Who's your source? And every ESPN show and Lewis Riddick, oh, the Dolphins get Miami. It's a lock. It's over. None of the talk for the last month meant shit. Doesn't mean anything. It's ratings. It gets people to watch. The fan base excited. But now it is what it is. Now what do we have? We have basically 12 days till the game. Los Angeles Chargers, Miami Dolphins. That's where we are. Josh, I've said it all along. People gave me a really hard time. I think the running back room is set. I like Raheem Mostert. I like Jeff Wilson. The addition of Devon Achane. Ahmed's been looking sick during the preseason. He's been looking really good during the preseason. If you get some people up front blocking, I think we're fine. Where's this here? Big O 140 185. There's a good comment here. It says Taylor will stay on PUP and miss 4 games for ESPN. He can be traded before October 31. Colts asked for a lot and never came off those demands with Miami or anyone. Nope, they didn't come off it, not whatsoever. And he can be traded before October 31. But you're looking at this. You're looking at this schedule. He can't even play. So he's going to miss 4 games. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't. No one's going to. It's not going to happen. Forget about it. Don't even go back down this road. They've decided they're going to screw this guy to the wall. That's pretty much it. I forgot when I said that Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson were going to be happy. Yeah, we got someone else that's going to be happy because Tyreek Hill's like, you got me. You got to throw me the ball now, man. Throw me the damn ball the whole time. That's pretty funny. Damian Harris, okay. I hope that no one signs this crybaby and he's left out to dry. He hasn't earned a large contract and he doesn't deserve one. You don't think that JT has earned a big contract out of all the backs out there? Well, now he's really stuck now. Dolphins 10-7. Nope, not going to put that up. Anything on Finn's final 53 yet? I'm pretty sure you guys want to see that. Let me see if that's been updated. If Barry Jackson has put any update to that, but pretty much I think that was one of the last pieces that they were waiting for. Let's see if Barry Jackson hasn't updated it yet. So last time I checked, they were already at 54 or 53. I think by trading Noah, that brought them down to the 53. And then what they'll do now is they'll follow up with, a bunch of players that they want to put on not injured reserve, the practice squad and things of that nature. So your team is pretty much it. You pretty much know who the team is. The trades have been made. So all the trades have been made. Now there's going to be a few cut downs. You pretty much know who the team is at this point. I guess the one big reveal is who's going to be QB2. Did Skyler jump over Mike White or vice versa? Kareem Hunt, yeah, that's possible. Poe, you're absolutely right. The owner from Indianapolis is a large, I hit the wrong button. Oh, here it is. Yeah, large piece of crap. Yeah, he did Jonathan Taylor wrong. He did really wrong. This is a good question. How do people get mad that players want to get paid? I don't think anything's wrong with that, especially if the guy sitting next to you is making X number of dollars and you're as good or better. You're entitled to the money, I feel. I think you should get your money as well. J-Baz, don't give up, brother. J-Baz says, this shit is embarrassing. Let me go ahead and shut that up. This shit's embarrassing. To me, it is a little bit embarrassing. Hey, JT is calling out the phone. Jim is farting probably with his with his cigar. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, I got a new effect here. See if I should play it and let you guys tell me, do this.
Come on, show some love and click that like button.
Yeah, I got to remember to play these things all the time. So anyway, that's where we are. We didn't get Jonathan Taylor. It's not going to happen. Go ahead and join me tonight for Two a Tuesday. I think Eric, I like the kid a lot. I really like him. Concerned Citizen says not much different than last year's team. Absolutely not much difference. So they're going to have to rely on this core guys. I mean, they may bring in somebody here or there, a salvage project from another team. But like the question I got earlier, is there an upgrade available? Don't know if it's going to be an upgrade. There's a lot of guys out there looking for jobs right now. Let's see who they bring in. So everybody, I'm going to bounce. I just wanted to jump on and see if maybe we were going to have some good news and hopefully be able to celebrate. But as you can see on the screen right now, no deal. Colts said it ain't happening. Jim Irsay stiffed the poor kid. He's going to put him on the PUP. He's not going to be able to play for at least 4 games. Let me see if Adam Schefter has got any additional information about this. All right, so yes, he does, guys. Okay, here we go. You can see it. Let me remove that comment before I go. The Colts' next best opportunity to deal the All-Pro running back could be before the NFL's October 31st trade deadline. Halloween, incidentally. If no deal by then, Colts could then tag Jonathan Taylor, the franchise tag, and try to trade him again in the offseason. But there's no end of this drama currently in sight. So, deal's not off. You got until October 31st, but by putting him on the PUP list, that's going to basically take him off the field for the foreseeable future for 4 games. 4 games. That takes you, someone's going to say, I can give you this much money for the rest of the season. That's possible, but not going to know. Definitely not going to know. All right, so I'm going to bounce here. Oh, God, some of you guys are rough. Poor kid making millions. Yeah, he's still going to get played. Who do I blame? I think there's only one person to blame in this. Not Chris Greer, not Mike McDaniel. This is Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay, from all accounts, is one stubborn SOB. He wanted the value that he's not willing to pay, and that's it. You're not going to force me to get rid of my asset. You're not going to force me to sell my house. If I can't live in it, you can't live in it. And that's pretty much what he just did. And he put this kid on a shelf. Nothing for Adam on the blockbuster day. Hey, man, to me, I was hurt by that blockbuster Dan Feeney trade. I wanted the mullet. I respect the mullet. I think the mullet needs to be part of the Miami Dolphins. But hey, he's an older gentleman. He's got an opportunity with the Bears, and look what the Bears gave up. They gave him a 6th round draft pick for next year, so not bad at all. Let's see. Irsay being difficult. Ramsey, that's another. Ramsey's out until December. Pretty bad. All right, guys, I'll see you tonight at 7. I hope you can join me. I got some stuff to talk about, what I stepped into yesterday, and some more information I found out today. And then by then, what I'll do is we'll spend some time and go over the entire 53-man roster as it stands at 7 p.m. Talk to you guys soon. Sorry didn't have better news, but now we know. Stop listening to people who say they have sources. Don't do that anymore. Don't run around all over with your like a chicken with your heads cut off, because nobody obviously knows what's going to happen.